Hi guys, my name is Himanshu and today we will be discussing about app services and traffic manager in Azure. So to start with, let me share one of my presentation with you. So in today's presentation, what we are going to do is we are going to create two web app services and then we will be configuring them with traffic manager. Actually, the thing is this experiment is very much similar to the Microsoft Network Load Balancer. What was happening in Microsoft Load Balancer? We used to, have some web servers in which we used to configure the websites, and then we used to configure network load balancing in which we were adding the web servers, and whenever user was accessing a clustered IP of the Microsoft Network Load Balancer, the round robin scheduling was working behind the web servers, in which if user 1 accesses the IP address of the Microsoft Network Load Balancer cluster, so that user will be directed to the web server 1, and if second user accesses it, then the second user will be directed to web server 2. In this way, one by one, whenever a user tries to access these web services, so in the backend, this Microsoft Network Load Balancer was providing the redundancy and a load sharing through round robin scheduling. So if we have to configure this Microsoft Network Load Balancer, we used to purchase the servers, then we have to configure the websites, and then we have to configure the Microsoft Network Load Balancing. But what is new in Azure is the web app services, in which we need not to purchase these servers. This is a kind of a platform as a service, in which we just need to create the app services like app services 1, and then we have to configure the web page in that. Then as a second server, I will be creating app service 2, in which I will be hosting another web page, and then I will be configuring both the websites through Azure Traffic Manager. So what Azure Traffic Manager will do, it can do a lot of things. It is not just limited to the Microsoft Network Load Balancing, in which only round robin scheduling was working behind the scenes. Rather, there are around 6 routing methods that we get, and we will discuss all these routing methods one by one. So let's get started. Let me first create one app service with the name WebShot Enterprise, and the location will be East USA. So to configure it, let me first log in into the Azure portal. So to log in into the Azure portal, I need to log in into portal.azure.com, and then this is my ID. I will click on it. Now I will enter my password. Click on yes. So guys, my Azure portal is open. Now I will click on resource group, and I will create one resource group first, and the location and the region will be East US. So click on create. Subscription I will use pay as you go. This is my resource group name. Location is correct. I will click on review plus create. Validation is passed. Now I will click on create. Alright guys, so this is created. Now I will create app service. So to create an app service, I will click on this one. Click on create. Now I will give name of this web app service as, I will first choose the resource group, then I will give it a name as WebShot Enterprise. Now here in the code and in the runtime stack, I will choose .NET 5. Yes, and the location will be East US. I want to just put this app service in East US location, and then I will configure this app service with the web page. I will create the new app service plan with the name WebShot Enterprise Plan. Click on OK. Now if I see SKU and size, I will click on change size because I am going to choose a model that is free of cost. See, as of now, by default it is selected as S1, but I will go to dev/test and I will choose this F1 model which is free, and later on I will change it to scale out to the production one, S1 once again. Let me choose this one. See, here we can see it is free. Click on apply. Now click on next, 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 review plus create. Now I will click on create. So the deployment is in progress. We need to wait for some time. Click on go to resource. The deployment is succeeded. Well, this is the URL for the app service, and to access this app service, let me quickly create one web page in this site. So there are two methods to configure the web page. One is through push zip deploy that we can do from advanced tools, and the another method is to upload the web page through FTP. But let me show you how we can do it through push zip deploy. We need to click on advanced tools and click on go. With this Kudu service, we need to click on tools and then we need to click on zip push deploy. Now what I am going to do is I will configure one index.html page here. Click on plus sign and then click on new file. Now I will give the file name as index.html. Enter. Sorry, I need to click on this index.html. This is a blank. Now I already have created one small HTML page. Let me click on copy and let me click on over here. So as of now I do not have the image, so I will remove this one and I will click on save. Now let's access this web page through this site. Now whenever I will click on this URL of this site, I will be directed to the index.html web page. So this is the URL. Let me open a browser. Let me open a tab. Now I will put the URL here and let me hit enter. See, this is my simple first web page. This is open. Let me close it. And another way to do this was here, if we see, we have the host name, we have the FTP host name. We can upload the web page directly to this website through this FTP as well. So if we have to upload the web page through FTP, what we need to do is we need to go to the deployment center, click on FTPS credentials, and I will give a name, username as Lamborghini and the password as PASSWORD@123, PASSWORD@123, and then I will copy this link and I will click on save. My username is Lamborghini. Now I will show you how to access this website through FTP. So to do that, I need to open WinSCP here. Let me copy the URL of the FTP site here and I will write it like webshot enterprise/Lamborghini Guinea, and the password will be password@123. Now I will click on login. So guys, see, this is, I am now able to connect to this Azure app service. And see, recently I have configured this index.html and I can see it through WinSCP. This is the same index.html is there. So if I have to put any picture or anything over here, I can do that from here. Let me drop some file over here and see. Let me quickly put this file over here. Just drag and drop, and let's see. This has come here and this has come over here as well. So this is another method to put the files in the website. Alright, now what I am going to do is, let me configure another app service. So to configure another app service with the name WebShot Enterprise Secondary, let me click on app services, click on create. I will use the subscription pay as you go, and I will give it the name like WebShot Enterprise Secondary. I will configure it. Let me first configure the resource group, then I will configure the name of this another web app service as WebShot Enterprise Secondary. I will choose the runtime stack as .NET 5, and this time I am going to choose the location as West India. This one. I am not going to create another app service in East US, rather I want this app service to be in another region, that is West India. And I will give a name of the plan as, let me give the name WebShot Enterprise Secondary Plan. Let me give a plan in the similar way. Click on OK. Guys, this time I am not choosing F1 model. I will choose the S1, standard S1, and let's see what we get when we choose this one. So our automate by default, this S1 model has been chosen, and see, these are all the features that we are getting. We are getting traffic manager, because now after this I will be configuring traffic manager, and in the traffic manager I will be configuring both the app services. So I will click on apply. Now next, review plus create, and I will click on create. Guys, so this second app services is also in a process of deployment, and once it will be complete, then what we will do, we will configure the traffic manager, and in traffic manager we will be configuring both the websites through and we call it as endpoints, and after that we will choose the appropriate routing model methods out of these 6 one, and I will explain these routing methods one by one. Alright, this is created. Let me go to resource. And I can access this website, in a sense this app service, through this URL. But before I access it, let me again configure it through push zip deploy method. and to do that I need to go on advanced tools, then I need to click on go, then in Kudos website in this Kudu website, click on tools, click on zip push deploy. Again I will be directed to the www root folder. I will click on add, I will select new file, I will give it a name index.html. Now I will configure this index.html. To do that I need to click on add it. This is a blank file. Again I am pasting the same HTML codes, hypertext markup language codes over here. I will remove this line because I am not using an image as of now, and I will make a small change. Instead of first page I will mention it as a second page, second web page. I will click on save, and let's try to access this website. And what will happen if we will access it through its URL? It will direct us to the index.html page. Let me open it, enter. See, this is my second web page. So both the app services are configured. One is in East US region and one is in West India region. Now I will configure the traffic manager, and through traffic manager I will access these sites. As of now, when I was accessing their URLs, they were just opening the web page that was configured in these app services. But now what will happen, I will use traffic manager. Instead of directly accessing the web pages through this website's URL, I will write the URL of the traffic manager, and then I will configure some routing methods, and then I will be accessing. See what traffic manager will do. Traffic manager will, based on these routing algorithms, it will move the request, web page request, to either this web app service 1 or either to this web app service 2. So let's configure a traffic manager. Let me go to home page first, then click on traffic manager profile, click on create. I will give it a name, TC East USA Traffic Manager, and routing method. See here I get 6 routing method: performance, weighted, priority, geographic, multi-value, and subnet. Let me choose priority. Subscription will be as you go, and the new resource group will be TC_East_USA, and we will click on create. Let's talk about the routing method. What happens when we choose priority? So basically we get 6 routing methods, and the source of the information is Microsoft. When we selected the priority, so what happens, like I have 2 app services as these are configured here. So if I will give this if I will give this app service endpoint the priority 1, then what will happen, whenever user will try to access the web page, he will be redirected to this web app service, and all the users who will be accessing the web pages, they will be directed to this app service 1 because it has the lowest priority. So the lowest priority is the highest priority, so all the request will be directed to app service 1. And what will happen if the user, if I will select it as a weighted routing method, in this weighted traffic manager routing method, all the app services are given the weight. So the weight range is 1 to 1000. So let's say if I give web app service as a weight 100 and this app service 2 as a weight 50, so all the requests, all the traffic will be migrated to this app service 1, because highest the weight, highest is the privilege, and all the traffic will be routed on the basis of the weight. App service that has the highest weight, all the traffic will be, all the requests will be routed to that highest weight app service. And what will happen if I configure equal weights to the all the app services, then the traffic will be equally distributed. Now if I click on performance, in performance what happens is, if I am a user in West India and I am trying to access the web page through this traffic manager, so instead of this forwarding my request to USA, this traffic manager will forward my request to the app service which is in West India, because the endpoint, this site is configured in West India, so the endpoint is very close to the user. So this is the routing performance routing method. So the fourth routing method is geographic. So in this geographic routing method, what happens is, if the user requests for a web page to the traffic manager, then traffic manager will send all the requests based on the geography. So I am very much close to the let's say if this web app service is in West India and the user is in Dubai, so instead of forwarding the request of a user that is accessing the web page through traffic manager, this traffic manager will forward the request based on the geography that is most nearer. So the request of the user will be forwarded to the West India if the user is sitting in Dubai and accessing the web page. Actually, what happens in multi-value routing method, the user gets all the healthy endpoints in a single DNS query response, and let's say if the first endpoint has some issue, endpoints means the link between the traffic manager and the app service, that endpoint has some issue, then automatically the client will decide to which endpoint he has to go next. Then last routing method is the subnet routing method. In this subnet routing method, what happens is, we assign subnet based queries to the traffic manager decides to route the traffic based on the subnets. So if we can mention it like, if the traffic is generating from this specific subnet, it should be directed to this specific app service. If the traffic is coming from some different subnet B, then it should be routed to East USA region. So these are the 6 routing methods. Now let's I think our traffic manager has been created. Okay, this TC East USA traffic manager is created. Let's click on it. Now this is the URL. Now what I am going to do is, I will configure both of these websites, WebShot Enterprise and WebShot Enterprise Secondary, in the endpoints of this traffic manager, and this traffic manager will send the request based on the routing method. As of now, we have used priority routing method and we have given priority. We will be giving the priority of this WebShot Enterprise service as 1. But before I configure this endpoint, let me quickly change the app service of the WebShot Enterprise from F1 to S1, because F1 service doesn't support the traffic manager. So first we need to change it. Now we need to select custom domains and we will click on here. And now I will choose this S1 option because it supports traffic manager. And now I will click on apply. So the service plan has been applied successfully. Now let's go to home. Now let's again go to traffic manager. I will again click on it and now I will be configuring its endpoints. So I have clicked on endpoints. Now I will click on add. Now Azure endpoint is fine. I will give the name of the first endpoint as I have mentioned here. This is WebShot Enterprise endpoint. Alright, now I will choose the service as app service. Target resource will be WebShot Enterprise. So whenever the request will hit the Traffic US Manager, it will route the traffic to the WebShot Enterprise website because it has a priority 1. Now click on add. It will take time. As of now, it is checking the endpoint. It will take its own time. Meanwhile, let me configure the another endpoint. Click on add. Azure endpoint is fine. Let me give it a name. WebShot Enterprise secondary endpoint. App service I will choose, and I will give it the endpoint as WebShot Enterprise secondary, which is in West India. The priority, since we have chosen the routing method as priority, so I will give the priority name as priority as 2. See, both the endpoints are in a process of checking endpoints. Let them be online, then we will move forward. Now if we see here the WebShot Enterprise, and this website has the priority 1 and this web app service has a priority 2. So whenever we will accessing this traffic manager through its URL, all the requests will go to this app service because it has the lowest priority, and the lowest priority means all the based on the whosoever has the lowest priority, the request will go to that app service. See, the first one has become online. Let's wait for the another one. Now let's click on overview. Now instead of accessing the website directly, I will be accessing the website through Traffic Manager. Let me open this tab and paste it. And now see, since this app service 1 has the lowest priority 1, so whenever as a user I access this Traffic Manager, it has routed my traffic to the app service 1, which is in EastUS, and it has opened the page. Now let's see what I will do. Let me quickly disable it, and I will see then when I will again access this Traffic Manager where my request goes. So ideally my request will go to this second app service. Let's see. I will down this app service through Traffic Manager profile. Let's see. Let me go to endpoints. See, now both the endpoints are online. What I am going to do is I will disable this endpoint. Click on disable, click on save. Now what is happening? This website is disabled. This endpoint is disabled. So whenever user will try to access this Traffic Manager, since this endpoint is down, so what will happen? The traffic will be routed to the second endpoint. Let me go back to this Traffic Manager and let me access it through its URL once again. I will open the new tab, hit enter. See, I got my second web page. Now let me re-enable this endpoint once again. Hi guys, so what I will do now, I will do some authentication kind of things here. Now I will enable authentication. So to enable the authentication, see, this website is accessible through its URL. This is the URL. So if I click here in the new tab, I am able to open this web page. Now what I will do, I will add some kind of authentication. So to add authentication, I will click on authentication and I will click on add identity provider. There is a drop down list. See, there are around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are around 5 ways to provide the authentication to this app service. Let's go with the Azure AD identifier with this one. Select it. Now I will choose this option, pick an existing app registration in this directory. The name of the ID is WebShot Enterprise and click over here, add. See, so the identity provider has been added. Now let's try to access this web page. See, now this authentication is with the Azure AD. So I already have a user with my name. Let me enter it over here. Now I will enter my credentials. Click on yes. And see, I am now able to access my web app page through AD authentication. Let me close it. Now let's see another authentication method. Let me delete it. I will click on delete. Remove authentication. Now let me click on add an identity provider. Now this time I will choose Facebook. Now whenever we have to provide authentication to access app service through Facebook, we need two things: app ID and app secrets. So to provide the authentication through Facebook, let me open one website, developers.facebook.com. Click on My Apps. I need to provide the credentials, but now I think I was already logged in, so it has not asked for my credentials and I have been added. Let me remove this app. I will enter my password. Now to provide authentication with the Facebook, I need to click on My App and I will click Create one new app. Click on Create App. I will click on Consumer because I need product and permission like Facebook, login and Instagram, and then I need to click on Next. Now in the display name I will give it as WebShot Enterprise, and then I will click on Create App. I need to give password of my Facebook account then click on submit. I need to use this Facebook. I need to set up this Facebook login, so I will click on setup. I will select this web service and I will provide the URL of this. Web app service 1. So just give me 1 minute. I have opened once again Azure portal just to copy that one. I need to give it here. Click on save. Now I will go on settings. Guys, here what we need to do is we need to provide this additional information. This is the information that we need to write, like this is my URL, and I will give it like this, and then I need to add this. No, let me copy this complete one. Now this is very important. Click on save changes. Click on settings, basic. Here I need to give the URL of the app, and I will click on save changes. It is also asking for the link. I will provide the same link and click on save changes. It is changed. Now guys, this is the app ID that we need to put over here, and the password show secret. I will click over here. It will again ask for my password, but it has not asked and it has just shown me the secret key. I will put it over here, and then I need to click on next scopes. I need to click on add scope. I will check this public profile, click on add and click on add. So this website is configured with the Facebook authentication. Let's see how it will work. Earlier it has asked for the Active Directory, Azure Active Directory authentication, but now this time it will ask for the Facebook authentication. Let's see. Let me access this website with this URL. I have hit enter. See, now to access it, I need to enter my credentials of the Facebook account. Click on continue as Himanshu. Now this web page is open. So to this web app service, we have provided the authentication through Azure as well. So guys, this was the small knowledge that I have shared with you. So if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe it, and if you like my video, kindly press the like button and share my videos. Thanks for watching. Thank you.